My fiancé never showed up to our wedding. His mom walked up, ripped off my veil, and poured red wine down my gown. She smiled like she was giving a toast and said, "You were just a placeholder." Then a voice behind me said, "Don't break." His billionaire CEO stepped forward. "Marry me instead." The organ stopped at 2:14 p.m. I stared at the back wall clock because I'm an ICU nurse. When a patient crashes, you watch the numbers. 400 people watched me instead. I gripped my bouquet until the thorns bit. I met my fiancé in the ER. He came in with a tiny cut and a huge grin. He flirted while I stitched him up and made me feel chosen. He remembered my schedule, sent flowers, said all the right things, but every time his mom called, he'd vanish into another room and come back in a smaller. The first time I met her, she hosted a family dinner that felt like court. She poured me less wine than everyone else. She asked questions that weren't questions. Where did you grow up? Do nurses make decent money now? My best friend, a trauma surgeon, heard the recap and said, "Run." I didn't. The closer we got to the wedding, the more she took over. She replaced my vendors. She moved my hospital friends to the back. When I pushed back, my fiancé sighed and said, "Please, I can't fight her on everything." That sentence lived in my throat for weeks. 2 weeks before the wedding, I heard him on the phone. He thought I was still at work. "Mother, it's handled," he said, voice low. "She doesn't know." "Yes, I know about Sterling." I stood in the hallway in my scrubs and went cold. Then I pretended it wasn't deadly. At 2:21 p.m., his mom stood up and someone handed her a microphone. "There will be no wedding today," she announced. She told the whole church my fiancé was across town with a real heiress. Then she turned to me and said, "You were never the destination, just keeping his bed warm." Then she decided to make the humiliation physical, too. She reached for my veil like she owned my head. Next, she hooked the comb in my hair. Then she yanked, and my scalp burned. After that, warm blood crawled at my hairline. Next, she lifted her wine glass, perfectly steady. Then she whispered, "Let's fix the color." After that, the cold wine slapped my chest. Next, the stain spread fast, dark, and loud. Then my knees hit marble, hard. After that, she snapped, "Go back to your bedpans, nurse." Someone filmed. I kept breathing like I was teaching a patient through pain. In, out, don't scream, don't give her the reward. Then I heard footsteps that didn't hurry. The room quieted like it was obeying. A man in a charcoal suit knelt beside me, right in the wine. "Look at me," he said. "Don't fall apart, not when you're about to win." He helped me stand and face the crowd. He said 3 years ago he'd been trapped in a burning car on I-95. Dozens of drivers slowed down, stared, and left. One person broke the window and pulled him out. "I've been searching for her," he said, and his eyes pinned me in place. I remembered that day. Smoke, glass, my hands shaking afterward. I never told anyone because it felt normal. His mom's face went blank for the first time. Then the CEO turned to her and said, "The heiress is fake." He told everyone Sterling was an actress he hired to test my fiancé. A fake fortune, a fake deal. He sold out his engagement in 22 hours, the CEO said. "I have recordings." And he was fired at 9 a.m. today. My fiancé slammed through the back doors, tie crooked, breathing hard, eyes calculating. He grabbed my arm and went soft. "Baby, listen, I love you." My mom pressured me. He didn't look at my bleeding hairline. He looked at the CEO, like that was the real emergency. So I let my bouquet drop. It hit the marble with a tiny sound. I stepped to the CEO, grabbed his lapels, and kissed him. The church went dead silent. I faced the officiant and said, "I do." Security dragged my ex out while he screamed. In the bridal suite, I watched wine drip off my ruined dress and did my quick nurse scan. Cut, shaking, still standing. The CEO knocked with a garment bag. Inside was a crimson silk dress fitted to me. "I had it made after I found you," he said. The video hit the internet before I got home. Millions watched his mom call me placeholder, then watched her drop her smile when the CEO spoke. She settled in court. My ex stayed fired. He tried to sue. He lost. 14 months later, the CEO and I married for real at a courthouse on a random Tuesday. No orchestra, no performance, just my best friend as witness, and the man who stopped the room when I couldn't. Drop your take. Would you freeze or burn the whole script down?